Chase Elliott scored a couple of wins and finished fourth in the final point standings last season. But it wasn't the wins or the finish that most fans remember about the number 9 car in 2021. The most memorable moment involving the Hendrick Motorsports driver came during the Bristol night race in September, when he and Kevin Harvick traded paint on the track, which turned into multiple heated confrontations after the race, with the Stewart-Haas racing driver ultimately threatening retaliation. Several weeks later at the Charlotte Roval, Harvick delivered in more ways than one, first dumping Elliott and severely damaging the number 9 car, before embarrassingly dumping himself while mirror watching Elliott close in on him. Elliott advanced in the playoffs, Harvick did not. Merry off-season. This season, Harvick and Elliott have stayed clear of one another, mainly because the number 4 team hasn't been anywhere close to the number 9 car. Harvick hasn't consistently run up front and is on the outside of the playoffs looking in, while Elliott has unquestionably been the best driver this year with 3 wins to his credit. Unbelievably, it could have been more. The 2020 champion has put together an exceptional run over the last 4 races, including a couple of wins at Nashville and Atlanta, with a pair of runner-up finishes at Road America and this past weekend at New Hampshire. Elliott was in position late to win both races, but, by his own admission, made uncharacteristic mistakes that cost him the wins. Late in the race at New Hampshire, Elliott's questionable driving decisions were on full display. In the final stage, after taking 4 fresh tires on a pit strategy call, Elliott diced his way back up through the field. He passed Cole Custer for third and trained his sights on Joey Logano in second. For 25 laps, Elliott tried every possible way to get around the Penske car. Nothing worked. Finally, on lap 244, Elliott came out of turn 4 and made a move that was eerily familiar to fans of the number 22 car, sliding up the track into the side of Logano and knocking him sideways. Flashback a couple of years ago to Bristol. That's when, with 3 laps to go and the 2 battling for the lead, Elliott drove it hard into the corner, got loose, and went up the track into Logano's door. The momentum taking the number 22 into the outside wall, which ended any chances of either driver winning. After the race, Logano had a heated discussion with Elliott on pit road before talking with Fox's Matt Yoakum.
And Elliott, oh, he wrecked me. I mean, he got loose underneath me. The part that's frustrating is afterwards a simple apology, like be a man, come up to someone and say, hey, like, my bad. But I had to force an apology, which to me is just childish.
Several moments later, Elliott offered his side of the story and accepted responsibility.
Just going for the win, trying to get a run underneath him, got really loose in. I don't know if I had a tire going down or if I just got loose on entry, but as soon as I turned off the wall, I had 0 chance in making it. So, I'll certainly take the blame.
Returning to this year's race at New Hampshire, just a couple of laps after Elliott aggressively drove into Logano, he did it again to Kurt Busch, while the NBC broadcast just happened to be showing the in-car camera of the number 45 car.
Contact! Again! That's his signature move. Well, he's going to have some angry people.
While Letarte was joking at the fact that Elliott had deliberately run into a couple of cars in as many laps, Logano, who many consider the most aggressive driver in the Cup Series, voiced his displeasure with the move after the race and hinted it wasn't over. I thought we were pretty decent once we got up there and had a shot of taking the lead from Kurt, but then the 9 missed the mark by a mile and knocked our toe out or camber or something in the left rear suspension. I don't know why he had to do that, but I'm pretty sure that was not a good move on his part, so that is that. Logano suggesting that he might retaliate won't sit well with HMS fans. It was just a couple of months ago at Darlington when the Penske driver didn't like the way William Byron squeezed him on a restart and then responded with a couple of laps remaining in the race, driving into the rear of the number 24 and sending him into the wall before racing to victory. Logano flat out admitted in the post-race interview that his move was retaliation.
Through with the win today. Yeah, you're not going to put me in the wall and not get anything back. That's how that works. But
the typically cool Byron fired back.
No, I mean, we were really close off of 2, and I think it spooked him and got him tight, and he was right against the wall, and I got the lead. And he's just an idiot. I mean, he does this stuff all the time. I've seen it with other guys.
Everyone has seen Logano's moves with the other guys. Matt Kenseth comes to mind. Based on what happened in New Hampshire and what Logano said afterward, Elliott might just be another one of those guys added to the list, and Bristol sounds like the perfect place for it to happen.